Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really excited to show you this makeup look that I created. I kept the face and the eyes pretty natural, but then I went with more of like a bold mauve lip. If you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay, so we're going to start off by priming the skin. I had already moisturized my face with the Josie Maran Daily Moisturizing Lotion, and here I'm just putting on the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer all over my face. If you do have dry skin, I suggest going in with a moisturizer right before your primer. It really helps. And then I actually did a first impression of the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation, and that is the foundation that I'm wearing in this video. So if you want to see how I applied it, I'll link that video down below. Now I'm just going in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I'm putting that under my eyes since I was lacking a little bit of sleep. And I'm just blending that out with a beauty blender. Now that shade is a little bit too pink for me, and I like to just go in with more of a yellow toned concealer, also to highlight my face or my under eyes. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15. I have raved about this to its death. I'm obsessed with it. It's the best concealer ever. Go get it and go use it because it's amazing. So I'm just putting that everywhere. I also put it on some acne that I had, but I realized that it was a little bit too light for my skin at that moment, so I'm gonna go back in and fix that later. But I'm just blending it out. I put it around my nose, bridge of my nose, my forehead, my chin, basically any area that I wanted to highlight. And again, blending that out with a beauty blender because the beauty blender is like my favorite thing ever on earth. It's just amazing. And I really like it for concealer, especially because it picks up all of the excess. So now I'm going in with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness, and I'm just putting this right on top of any acne that I have. I'm blending that out with a beauty blender, but because that's a little bit too dark for my skin tone and it's a correcting shade, I like to go back in with either the foundation that I'm using or that Fit Me concealer and just cover it up with something that's like a little bit lighter, just because the concealer is too dark for me. I'm moisturizing my lips right now with the Bite Agave Lip Mask. I just wanted a little bit of hydration. So now I'm going in with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, the liquid one, and I'm putting this on my cheekbones and the tip of my nose. This is in the shade Opal, by the way. And then I'm just taking some translucent powder. This one's by Makeup Forever, and I'm putting that all over my face, just a really light dusting. And now I'm going in with my Nars Laguna bronzer. I just have a little baby one, and I'm taking this e.l.f. contour brush, and I'm just doing a very harsh contour line right on the indent under my cheekbones. So you can just kind of make like a little fishy face and do a very sharp line. We are going to be blending it out. I also like to put it on the sides of my forehead. Okay, so now I'm blending that out with a fluffier brush. I don't have anything on the brush right now. I'm just blending out that line because it is pretty harsh. And I look crazy, I know, but it's okay. So I'm going back in with the Makeup Forever Translucent Powder, and I'm taking that and I'm placing that right under that contour line that we placed. I learned this trick from Jaclyn Hill, and it is amazing. It just makes your contour line look so much sharper, and it cleans up any contour powder that got a little bit too low. So now I'm going into my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and I'm taking the darkest shade. It's Radiant Light, and I am blending out my bronzer even more with that. This is just to bronze the skin instead of contouring. I'm going in with this Tarte blush. I can't remember the color off the top of my head, but I will link it down below. It's just like a nice little pinky coral shade, and I'm putting that on my cheeks. I'm going in with the lightest color from the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder palette, and I'm putting this under my eyes. Now this is a very shimmery powder, so what I like to do after I put it under my eyes is I take a beauty blender with a little bit of translucent powder, and I just kind of pack that on top so that it's not too matte, but it still doesn't have that highlighting effect that it did before. So now I'm going in with Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector, the pressed powder in the shade Opal, and I'm going on top of my cheekbones, on top of my nose. I'm bringing a little bit on my forehead. And then I'm spraying my entire face with MAC Fix Plus. This stuff is my new obsession. I honestly love it. So moving on to the eyes, I am using my Too Faced Brow Envy Kit, and I'm just spooling my brows out, and then I am putting this powder through my brows. I'm using the blonde shade from the palettes, really just using any powder or eyeshadow that complements your hair well. I don't really like to change the shape of my brows. I just kind of go with how my brows naturally are, but just making it all a little bit more structured. So now I'm going in with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I am putting this on my eyelids, and I am blending it out with a little paddle brush. If you have troubles with this eyeshadow primer, try using a paddle brush to blend it out. It saves me. So now I'm using my Naked 2 palette for my eyes today, and I'm first going in with that gold shade, which is called Half Baked, and I'm putting that everywhere. Now on top of it, I'm going over that with Chopper. It's just a little bit of a darker, more orangey toned gold shade. Now I'm taking the lightest yellow shade in there, the matte one, I believe it's called Foxy, and I'm just putting that on my brow bone, and then I am taking the matte brown shade in the palette, and I am just putting that in my crease, defining my crease just a little bit. I am taking that shade called Booty Call. It's like a shimmery, yellow-toned, really pretty shade, and I'm putting that on the inner corners and on the center of my eye. I'm kind of packing that on because I really like that look of kind of like a cut crease, but not too cut, pretty natural. So now I'm just blending it out really quickly. Now I'm going in with a pencil brush, and I'm taking the darker shade of this palette, I believe it is Mugshot, and I'm just putting this in the crease and on the outer V of my eye. Now I'm taking that same pencil brush, don't worry I wiped it off, and I'm using the Opal highlight that I used earlier by Becca as my inner corner highlights. I'm taking that same Mugshot color from the Naked 2 palette, and I'm putting that on my lower lash line just to kind of bring the whole look together. And then I wanted to kind of sharpen the angle of my eyeshadow look, so I just took some concealer, dotted it on, and I'm blending it out with my beauty blender. So now we're going to go in and do a little bit of liquid eyeliner, something pretty natural but like a baby wing. I'm using my Jordana Fabuliner, which is how I can even do eyeliner. It makes it so freaking easy. I'm just doing a very, very small wing, barely winging it. Now I am tight lining with a NYX waterproof eye pencil. This always looks crazy, so I apologize if it scares you. I am curling my eyelashes. This is my favorite part of doing my makeup because it makes such a difference in my eyes. And I like to kind of tilt the eye curler upwards. I don't know if you've seen me do this before, but it really helps in opening your eyes. I'm going in with a very light coat of the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express Mascara in the waterproof formula. This is just going to keep my eyelashes curled for a really long time and not let them get weighed down. I'm going in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara on the lower lash line, and I put just a teensy bit on the upper lash line, but yeah, you can see right there, I'm just putting just a little tiny bit on the upper lash line, but mainly I'm focusing this on the lower lashes. This mascara can get a little bit clumpy, so if you have a fresh tube, I suggest wiping it off on like a paper towel or a Kleenex before you go in with this mascara. I am lining my lips with the Jordana Jordana Easy Liner in the shade Tawny. This is my go-to lip liner. It goes with honestly any lip color that I use. It's just a very similar shade to my lips, just a little bit darker. So I'm lining my lips and then I am filling them in with this lip liner. So once I am done lining my lips, I'm going to go in with my Sephora liquid lipstick. I don't remember the shade off the top of my head, but I will link it down below. It is absolutely amazing. I believe it's called Marvelous Mauve, but I could be very wrong. It's so nice. I love the formula of these liquid lipsticks, and they're so inexpensive. The color range kind of sucks, but if you can find a color you like, seriously get it. They're amazing. And then I'm just going back in with that lip liner wherever I felt like needed a little bit of a touch-up. And I totally thought I was done, but I'm not, because I'm going to use some fake lashes. I'm using the Ardell individual lashes, and I'm using the Revlon lash glue, my two favorite things ever. Guess what? Kim Kardashian uses these lashes. That's not why I use them, but it helps because I love Kim Kardashian's eyelashes. Anyways, yeah, you're just going to want to put a little bit of glue on the end of the lash, and then I like applying them with tweezers. It just makes things a lot easier. This glue is really tacky right off the bat, so you really don't need to let it dry that much before you apply the lash. And that is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I've really been enjoying creating makeup looks for you guys recently, and I have a few Kylie Kendall Jenner inspiration makeup looks that I'm going to be coming out with soon, so stay tuned for those. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video for you all about my favorite liquid lipsticks.